Today my session was on obstacles to tax collection, and essentially what we wanted to look at was what are the challenges that revenue authorities and governments in general across Africa have in collecting or maximizing the collection of tax from their citizens, from businesses that operate within their jurisdictions. And we looked at it from three major perspectives. We looked at it from administration, so this is how the revenue authorities operate in terms of their institutions, their staff capacity, their systems, their processes. The second was on policy, so what kind of policies do governments sign up to or develop and implement that enable them to maximize tax revenue collection. So for example, we talked about double taxation agreements and tax treaties that governments sign and how these impact potential of governments to collect revenue from economic agents within their countries. And the third is on practices. This relates to things like tax avoidance, tax evasion, and other harmful practices or illegal practices that individuals and businesses are involved in or undertake in order to minimize or reduce their tax liability to revenue authorities. The idea behind this conversation was to actually feed into the objective of supporting governments to close these loopholes and actually maximize the potential for domestic resource mobilization, which is a major agent or financing agent in helping countries meet their financing development needs. So hopefully they would have gotten about 3 or 4 things. One is that collecting taxes is extremely difficult, particularly in our context in Africa, given our systems and processes, but also the fact that we have a very large informal sector. That's the first thing. The second thing is that we are very amenable to not wanting to pay taxes because of the complicated nature that we have. And finally, the idea that it is important to close these loopholes if we're going to be able to finance our development agenda.